So, in ships at sea, currently, your ships go up to tier 3. And what we're going to do in this video is go through how to make easy money with the cargo boat that is tier 3. So if we go to the computer quickly, what we're going to do is have a look at this. This is the Nordland. It's 27 meters long, and it can hold 115 tons of cargo. It can take extra small, small, medium, and large. So if we go to the rigging, I highly recommend putting the second cargo crane on. And these, like they say they're tier 2 cranes. You only need the small license to use them. And this second one is going to help you out a lot. Because if we de-rig, you're going to have to get your boat with like this side to the dock so that you can get the goods on. Whereas if we rig this, it can go either side. And then I've got all the upgrades and everything on it. They're very expensive. We've got like the Cat C20. We've got a 30,000 litre fuel tank. And this thing is gigantic. But what we're going to do is we are going to go and check out the jobs that are at Rost. You can do fish farm stuff with this, but I'm going to cover that in a separate video. Because this is a cargo boat. So if I don't go to the shop, if I go to the office, what we're going to do is look for large goods. So we've got 2 to Scomber there. I don't want to do a massive trip up to Veyroy, especially because 4,400 XP, 72,000, taking 5 extra goods and over double the distance. It's not even double the XP, and it's a little bit under double the money. So what we're going to do is take the large goods, and then we're going to look for some more jobs that are going to the same place. Got 5 medium goods there, 58,000 and 1,800 XP. We've got 8 large goods here. We should be able to do that. I'm not entirely sure how much cargo this takes, but there was another large goods one a moment ago when I checked this before starting recording. But for some reason, the jobs change when you leave and come back into the menu. So let's see if there's anything else. I think there was the medium goods going to Scomber. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I have no idea how to say it. So I'm going to go with Scomber. Yeah, we've got 5 medium goods there. Then we've got... That is it. If I back out and go back in, have any of them changed? It would be the one time I actually try to check it that none of them change around. But that's fine. We've got 13.6 kilometers to go. We've got quite a lot of cargo to board. Look at all this. This is the medium stuff here. And then with the medium stuff, we've got the large stuff here. These containers, they look tiny, but they are large cargo. And we've got to get our boat all the way from over here back to there just to load it all up. And I mean, when you come out of the shipyard, the tier 3s are always docked in this sort of area. It'd be nice if the cargo is placed here too. But if we go further along, let's board the... Can we just jump on? Whoa, okay, we kind of glitch on. But at least we're on our boat now. So if we go up to the bridge and we sit down and back it up, if it's going to let me, there we go. The thing I love about these boats is how you've got the thrusters. I actually love the thrusters. They are so helpful. I'm hoping I don't take too much damage. I mean, it'd be very nice if I could do this without taking any damage. This boat's not the fastest, but it's definitely a chunky boy. And not only that, you need to be incredibly careful because the cranes and this boat in particular are very, I'm going to say buggy. If you're a little bit too harsh with your placement, you can get this thing to dip all the way underneath. Like, you can basically get it to sink and then come back up. So we are docked. I wonder if that crane will extend far enough to grab the large cargo from here. Let's have a look, because I want to use this one. If I extend it, how far do we extend? It's going to go just before it, isn't it? Oh, look, I knew it. Okay, so it takes a little while to do, but I've got all of the large cargo. So now, once I've got this placed... I mean, that'll do. Screw it. I'm not going to faff around too much with it, because this is quite difficult to do. But you'll see, we've got quite a lot of cargo on here already. So now I need to go back up to the bridge, and I've got to turn this around again, because now I know that I'm able to move the crane in a lot more ways than just simply up and down. Okay, so we're in the next spot. Hopefully I can maneuver all of this around that small crane. I would like to be able to do this without the use of that. I mean, I've got to lift up a little bit and then lower it a little bit. Come on, play ball, pretty please. I've got the first goods. I have myself a barrel which can... I'm just going to extend and put that somewhere over here. It doesn't matter too much where it is. I mean, providing it's not in the air doing all sorts of... No, you need to stop spinning, my friend, please. I'm doing a video on how to make easy money using this cargo boat, and this barrel has decided to do like Superman flying around the crane. And luckily, I slammed my crane all the way down to the bottom, and then I just lifted the actual hook up and it slotted it into place. So we have everything on board. I'm going to leave that crane where it is. I'm going to try and turn all of our work lights and stuff on because it's so dark. So if I come in here, the lights are... Where are the lights? Over here. So we've got searchlight, work lights, interiors on, lanterns are already on. Oh, look at that. That's actually really cool. So I've got one pipe there, one over here. We've got all of our shipping containers, the barrel, the pallets and stuff. So we are now good to take off and go and get all of this delivered. Look at that. It's just such a cool environment. There's like the atmosphere of, like, you've got the foggy sort of mist, like the rain mist, whatever you want to call it. That's coming down. It's getting nighttime. We've got our work lights on. That's really, really cool. And now we've got a nice journey ahead of us, all the way from Rust down to the far southwest of the map, down to Skomva. So if we're already undocked, we're going to take off, we're going to go into nav mode, so the boat does its own thing, and fingers crossed it doesn't crash. But if we go to jobs very quickly, company missions, we've got 3 different jobs on board, and we're going to get 58, 148, and then what's that, 220? I believe that's 220 grand. Then it's going to be like 10,600 XP or something like that. So this is going to be really good. However, as you can see, it's pitch black out here and I can't do any resting because that takes time out of our job. So I need to hope that the autopilot doesn't crash into anything. And just to let you know, we've got... Let's take the HUD off for a second. Yeah, but I believe it's 15 goods on board. It's taken me half an hour to load it. So it's not quick, but it's going to be easy because you're just picking up multiple cargo jobs with all different sizes of goods. You can even do extra small and small. You can just load this thing up and it's got so much space on that cargo deck. And you've got cranes for the medium and the large goods. It's nice, easy money. 220 grand. Oh, the XP as well. You're not going to get XP anywhere else like it in the game. And I mean, we're traveling at 15 knots. I just don't think it's going to get daytime by the time we get down to Skomva. But I'm going to skip this journey and I will see you guys when, like, they're probably as we're approaching Skomva. And I just want to point out how good it is to be able to edit videos because without any editing, look at this footage. It is pitch black out here at 9:30 at night. I can't see anything. If I go to first person, yeah, there's no chance. I can't see, like, I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean, but normally I'd be able to see the islands, like, over here. I'd be able to see like, Vadoya and stuff. I can't see anything. It's pitch black. So we are very close by. I'm going to stop the engine there. I'm going to turn off autopilot, remove our route, because I'm getting a little bit nervous about it being so dark. So what I'm going to do, because we've got 1 day, 17 hours of all these jobs left, is I'm going to rest for about 6 hours. And that should, there we go, bring us some daytime. And now we can actually see where we're going, because that was the most freaky thing. Them sea marker things, yeah, they were Like, they were just blinking either side of the ship, and I started to really panic. And I think this boat may actually be bigger than the port itself down here. This place looks tiny compared to what we're bringing in. And we have safely docked. I don't know how well the crane's going to do here. I don't know if we can maybe move forward a little bit. Is it going to let me? Still says reduce speed. Yeah, we should be good there. If I can get the speed low enough. There we go, dock. I'm happy with that. The crane should have enough space to drop all this stuff off. So, fingers crossed, all of this stuff actually wants to play ball. If I go down here quick, I want to move this out of the way entirely. So, if I just kind of pack up this crane, then we come over to this one. Yeah, it looks as though the other one's not going to get in our way. So, I want to start with the pipes. I'm going to get them dropped off. I'll basically take all the medium goods. And hope and pray I can actually attach. There we go. And I don't know how big our drop-off area is here. And yep, the pipe's not wanting to play ball. Please. I'll relax. If I just lower it into the ground, it should hopefully calm down. There we go. Luckily, I've managed to sort that. Now, if I bring the crane in, I'm just going to get all of this stuff done. Because this is an absolute nightmare at the best of times with this medium cargo. And after quite a while of messing around with that, we've got the medium stuff off the boat. And it's definitely doable. However, if you're doing one single job that's 8 bits of cargo, you have to pack it very, very nicely. You'll see what I've had to do over there. I'm now going for the last crate of that job. And there we go. That's that job done. We got a level up. And if we grab the last 2 bits, which should be nice and easy. If we just hook on to the first one, if the game wants to let me, then we swing that round, get it into place over here. If I lower it down, we can just chuck this stuff anywhere in this area. So if I just try and plonk that down, if it's going to let me, no, I need to come up a little bit. And now the blue container's done, we go for the last little bit to finish off this job. So get this swung around, bring it out a little bit, and when we get it dropped off, there we go. So we got 72 grand just for that last one. And we are now up to 13 mil. That was 220 grand we got for that, as well as like 10,500 XP. So while it is definitely not the fastest method, it is nice and easy to get a lot of money and a load of XP as well using the tier 3 cargo boat. And my recommendation to make it easy is to fill up that cargo deck as much as you can with only large and medium goods. If you're doing small and extra small, you're going to be able to get hundreds of bits on there. You'll probably actually be able to take every single job. But realistically, what you want to do is take multiple jobs to the same port. And then when you're there, like where I am now, I'm going to pick up a couple of jobs to make my way back to Rost. And you want to do that with this tier 3. You want to be going on some, I'm not going to say long distance, but you don't want to take the ones that are like very close to Rost. You want to actually do a little bit of traveling in a boat like this, because if you're taking medium and large goods, it's pointless going over to very quick to get to areas. You might as well take the longer jobs, like maybe 10 to 15 kilometers away, because you're going to get a massive amount of XP as well as money. In fact, sometimes I think the only large goods deliveries are for ports that are quite far away. So take on all of those medium and large cargo jobs, take on as many as you can, go into the same port if possible. If not, you can do some ports that are on the way to like your furthest one. And that is how to make some easy money with the tier 3 cargo boat in Ships at Sea. And we are going to leave the video there. I will see you guys in the next one.